What's going on, everybody? It's Nice Pants Lance. Today I'm going to show you how to check and balance the throttle bodies on your modern Triumph 1200 parallel twin. Attempting to balance the throttle bodies could lead to disaster, so please familiarize yourself with TuneEcu before attempting this job. And it helps to have a basic knowledge and understanding of motorcycles and basic maintenance. You're going to need a few tools for this job. You're going to need a flathead screwdriver. You're going to need a Bluetooth connecting device for TuneEcu. In this case, I'm using OBD-Link LX. If you don't know much about TuneEcu, check out my other video. I made an entire 101 basic video on TuneEcu, what it's used for and how to use it. So please check that out before attempting this job. Anyways, next you're going to need a 5mm Allen wrench to get the blanking screw off of the adjuster. You also might need some pliers or needle nose to finesse it. And this is the most important tool you're going to need. The actual adjustment screw for balancing the throttle bodies is a Torx bit. Now, because of the location of this, not every Torx bit will do. Little tip I gathered online is to get a cheap little set like this and disassemble it, only pulling out the key that you need. Before I carry on, I just want to give a shout out to Fatty and Sean. If you haven't seen Sean's channel, check out Winter Motors. Appreciate you for buying me this beer. If it's your first time on the channel, please like and subscribe if you want to see 0 to 60s, exhaust videos, part installations, news, reviews, first rides, you name it. And if you want to further support my channel, click that link down below for buymeacoffee.com. Buy me a beer. First thing, I'm going to show you how to check the balance of your throttle bodies. Now, if you want a more detailed explanation on TuneEcu, you're going to have to watch my other video, but for now, I'm going to keep this short and sweet as I can. So first, you're going to want to remove your seat, get this OBD2 out, and you're going to want to plug your OBD-Link LX into that slot. All right, now bust out your phone, assuming you've already paired it. You want to turn your Bluetooth on. Go to the TuneEcu application. Let's see, you want to go to ECU. It's very bright out, so I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but in the top right corner, you're going to want to hit connect. Make sure your bike is on, of course. All right, now that I'm paired, you should see a blinking green light down below. Down in the bottom right corner, you should see a blinking green light. At this point now, you have successfully connected, and on this particular page, it should have dual clocks. Here, between cylinder 1 and cylinder 2 is the number you're looking for. So when I start up the motorcycle, it'll display the vacuum values for each cylinder. Those are the numbers that you're going to compare. So what I'm going to do is start the bike up. It's going to get real loud, so I'm just going to point the camera at the numbers, and you should see that the numbers are out of balance by like 20 HPA. So let me do that for you. Alright, so as you can see, the numbers are out of spec. You're going to have to verify to see what the minimum tolerance is, but I believe they need to be within 5 or 10 HPA of each other to be considered in spec and in balance. And you must have your motorcycle up to operating temperature before you check your throttle body balance. It has to be up to temperature. Also, as another rule of thumb with motorcycles, don't fix what's not broken. If your bike seems to run fine and you check your throttle body balance and they're like 10 off from each other and your bike still runs okay, don't worry about it. It's not gonna be perfect. Just freaking ride. All right, to reach the screw, you're gonna come on the right side of your bike. I'm not sure if it works for all 1200cc parallel twins, but I assume this method works for the Bobber, T120, Speedmaster, Scrambler, etc., etc. Hey, it might even work for the smaller displacement parallel twins like the Street Scrambler and the Street Twin and whatnot. But anyways, you're on the right side of the bike. The adjustment screw is underneath here. Here's your throttle bodies. My bike's hot. There should be a screw with yellow paint on it right here. Now that is what's called a blanking screw. The adjustment screw is actually beneath that. So in order to reach that successfully, you're gonna need to tilt some stuff out of your way, specifically this clamp. A lot of people just remove this entire thing to get it out of their way. You can still reach it by taking your flathead screwdriver and loosening up this nut and just spinning that clamp around so it's not in your way. The way they set it up from the factory, that clamp is right in front of the blanking screw. So in this case, I already have it tilted. Otherwise, you just go around the other side of the bike with this thing, loosen it up, tilt it around, you should be good. Okay, now to get the blanking screw off, you're gonna need the 5mm Allen wrench. You're gonna need to get up in here. All right. Okay, so I got the blanking screw loosened up. It should just come right out. As you can tell just from the length of this blanking screw, the actual adjustment is almost an inch down in this little pocket, so you're not going to be able to reach it with conventional Torx wrenches. All right, now this is where everyone gets stuck at. So you're going to take your T20 Torx that you got from your dissected kit here. You should be able to find this just about at any AutoZone or hardware store, but you're going to take this small key here off of that set. You're going to get down in here. Oh, I keep burning myself. And you're going to want to find the end of that, and you should be able to swing it up. Look at that, it fits right in there, barely fits in there. You will screw up your bike if you twist that throttle or mess with the throttle at all while that T20 is in that adjustment screw. You only want to start it up and let it idle. You want to let it idle. You want to get your phone connected. You want to have a live readout, and you want to make minute adjustments to that screw. Turn that Torx just a little bit and then see how it changes the balance of the throttle bodies, and go from there. Small increments. Little goes a long way. Be super careful in what you're doing. Just make sure not to touch that throttle while that T20 Torx is in there. I'm warning you. All right. So what I did was I found out that turning it counterclockwise was actually bringing the two numbers closer together. So I made a little incremental move counterclockwise. And as you can see now, it went from being almost 20 apart to being less than 10 HPA away from each other. Very important thing to check is the idle balance may not be exactly the same as when you have the throttle open. So make sure to remove your T20 first. Make sure there's nothing in there, and then you want to give it a little throttle just to make sure that it looks like it's in balance. I can live with that. I can live with that. That's much more in balance than I had it. I'm calling it a day. You know, you're never gonna get this perfect. Who knows if the readout is even accurate? Well, there you have it. Throttle bodies are in balance. I know many of you guys have been stumped with this job, so I hope this video helps you out. Please subscribe and give me a like. I really appreciate it. Now it's time to put that blanking screw back on. Make sure it's tight. Make sure you got that clamp back in place. Return the bike to the condition it was when you started, and you should be good to go. Peace.